I did not expect for this figure to be so good that for me, it set a brand new bar for Joytoy. Let me break down why.
Shut up and sit down.
Hey you scallywags! Today we're taking a look at the Sanguinary Priest, Apothecary of the Blood Angels, a doctor to cure whatever ails ya. After really enjoying Cypher, I got the itch to see what the latest loyalists had to offer. And just like usual, The Amazing made me pick up the red BA Captain. Just seeing how well he posed and improved proportions was enough for me. And almost on a whim, I decided to pick up the Apothecary, half expecting that it'd be good to look at, but terrible to pose. Oh, how wrong I was. Looks-wise, this thing is a beauty. You don't need me to describe how good the reflective metallic lenses are, or the shading on the white is. It's simply clear to see. The power pack has some unique elements, including the Apothecary sign, and some articulation up here. In fact, where Joytoy would have previously skimped out on some of the articulation, every bit here that should move does move, which makes it even more fun to play around with. And this is nice and secure in the back. Bits here are plugged in like normal, but they don't pop out as easily as normal. And lovely hits of paint all over. Very, very nice. And I like how this wiring bit actually angles downwards as opposed to going out. One gripe is I wish there was some wash on the gold at the front here, or different hits of paint to break up the monotony of the gold. I do like how soft though all this bit is here, just to move out of the way. Thankfully minimal floaty crotch. Well, here you can see the foot is a bit different, it's got a bit more detail there. Back here you can see again hits of paint, the silver and all the wash as well, bringing out all those details. The gun, which we'll take a look at separately as well, it fits nicely on the hand. Movement of the heads here, it's very loose I thought at first, but does move very nicely. You can get to angle more expressively than the red BA Captain. Proportions of the head look very nice as well. The arm can move out laterally very nicely, almost to a T. You can maybe push it just a bit more to maybe get a full T. But the new pauldron articulation does make it a lot easier, or butterflies in that as well. There is double elbow too, which you can utilize by moving twists and all sorts. Just again refining what we've had before. And here the torso works very nicely. I hope that when they get their updated intercessors, it'll be the same or similar, as this works very, very well. And even with the legs, you move that, accessories stay on. So no popping off of accessories here whatsoever. Moving the legs about and nothing pops off. And again, minimal floaty crotch, which I love. They definitely got to sort that out later. I think that's one of the things that I wish that they update next is the floaty crotch, and get around the knees as well. Just have something else in there, or have articulated knees, or the armor bit for the knee to be articulated if it has that in the design. But yeah, I was very surprised by this guy. I thought that I'd be playing about more with the BA Red Captain. One thing I haven't checked yet is Jean-Claude. Not so bad. Again, minimal floaty crotch. Give me a sturdy Terminator crotch. The one thing is that I wish this thing you could move a bit as well, just kind of twist a bit. Yeah, it's a bit difficult if you have the chainsaw on that arm with this hand, but it's not the end of the world. You always have the gun in that hand instead, even though the holster for the gun is on the left side. I really do like the way this fella looks when posing about. Got really good torso. Articulation just feels sturdy and can really utilize and push it without any fear of it popping out. I've not had it pop out once at all before. And everything else, just the tolerances. It has the Space Marine 2 proportions, the more realistic proportions, but a bit smaller, as you will see in the comparisons. I do like simple designs that unlock all articulation, but there's something about the design that's a bit more complex and unique, but can still pose a storm like this. Again, there's more simply designed Space Marines that are not able to pose as well. They don't feel as good. Even the Space Marine 2 figures kind of felt a bit light and not really cheap, but hollow. This is really, I think, where Joytoy should focus now. This size is kind of that in between the last 3.0, between that and Space Marine 2, and this is kind of the in between. So hopefully they carry on with this. As for accessories, as seen earlier, we have the heavy bolt pistol, done really well, with a Blood Angel symbol and Apothecary symbol. We have a chainsword, nothing too exciting here except 2 blood droplets there, or tears, whatever you want to call them. Pretty standard stuff. It also comes with a servo skull, which is nicely done with a blood tear again on the forehead. Kind of bendy just because it's plastic, and it is atop this marine helmet. If you compare it, it's slightly larger than the Apothecary's noggin. A couple of fists for fisting. A couple of holdy pan things. Trigger finger hands, both left and right. And left and right holding hands. He also comes with an unhelmeted head that looks far too pretty to be a Space Marine. This head on this body, though, are my ideal proportions. It looks like the head will fit inside the helmet, and I think this makes the body look more intimidating. Now, this Narthesium is done really well, very nicely detailed. Again, I just wish you could move it around. Any of these loadouts works really well, and with the unhelmeted head you can see the metallics or silver where the collar bit is, similar to Space Marine 2 Titus figures, which I really like that sort of detail with having the metallic sort of silver underneath. Makes it feel more real. And this thing has just really great paint apps, and the number of paint hits everywhere, just awesome stuff. Let's try and get him in a spread out as far as he can get with his legs. There you go, look at that. Some more stretched out. So obviously with certain angles it may not look alright, especially with like the butterfly joints. Kind of have to use the pauldrons to hide those. But look at that, you can really pose nicely. So this thing looks good, plays good, there's great accessories, that's really everything you need, right? Well, let's check out comparisons and see how he stacks up against others. I measured the Sanguinary Priest to be about 12.5 centimeters, about 5 inches, just a bit taller than 12.3 on the box. First, some non-Warhammer figures in the 118 scale, Acid Rain and Infinity by Joytoy. As you can see here with the sizes of their heads, that does really fit now with the new sizing of the head for the Warhammer figures. It really does look like they can fit or exist in the same universe. This can also be said for two normal sized humans in the 40k Imperium from Joytoy. On the left, Sister of Battle from the Adeptus Sororitas, and on the right, Cadian Soldier, who is a bit more exaggerated in his proportions. Two named characters on the left from the Heresy era, Ralderon from the Blood Angels, his head's a bit bigger, and Space Marine 2 Titus on the right, which this figure is based off the proportions and the way it works, so slightly smaller, as you can see here, a version of the SM2 figures. Here are two Blood Angels from earlier generations. On the right is a 1.0 and on the left is a 2.0, both a bit shorter. One thing annoying about the Blood Angels from Joytoy is that they all had sort of different reds from different generations, which was really annoying. And here he is against two Blood Angels captains with power fists. On the right is the more recent one released alongside the Sanguinary Priest with a power fist, and on the left is the Jump Pack Intercessor Captain, whom we'll see in just a moment how strange the proportions are. And here we have my custom Terminator Blood Angels Captain and my custom Mephiston. I had changed his legs to make him a bit taller. They are Chaos legs, I know, heresy. So I'll just have a quick look at this head for the Terminator. Put it on him because he's a bit bigger and it looks alright on him, but it's actually a huge head for this Jump Pack Captain. Firstly, when you compare the helmets, there is actually quite a bit of difference. This one, when you look at it now, it does have some sort of strange proportions compared to what they're achieving with this recent lot, looking a lot more like the Space Marine proportions with the helmets even. So this head that I'm using for my Terminator Captain actually is supposed to be for this Jump Pack Intercessor Captain. So this is how Joytoy expected us to display him if you didn't want the helmet. Now, does that look right to you? That just looks like a miniature, basically. I mean, the miniatures did have those kind of strange proportions anyway, but they were miniatures. I think Joytoy maybe stayed a bit too true to those proportions from the miniatures when making the figure form. When you remove this, though, it hides a lot of those flaws. It's not just the size of this head, which is extremely huge, but the proportions in general were just, when you look at it now compared to what they're doing now with the more realistic proportions, you can see really thin waist, the huge kind of hips. It just looks rather odd and cartoonish. See there, look, it just doesn't work for me now. I mean, at the time it was alright, but like now we've got, since SM2 having more realistic proportions, I mean, it works. And now that they've got this new size, it's the kind of in between the 3.0 and Space Marine 2, I suppose. So, you know, you can still use them, but yeah, they just don't sort of hold up anymore compared to what they're doing now. Another thing is the hands they've improved now. They got larger and larger so they can hold the weapons properly, but now they can still hold the weapons properly and are smaller, almost sort of as small as the original sized hands from 1.0. So you can see here, this is the weapon for the Jump Pack Captain, but still fits in this smaller hand, which is great because it still makes the proportions look somewhat believable and realistic. And then this one can still fit in this larger hand. There you go, see? But they are different they're different sizes now. So yeah, good done, Joytoy, making that yeah, work just the same, but look far better. And so when you bring in a normal sized human in 1/18 scale, you can see the newer, more realistic proportions look like they fit far more better than this monstrosity in the middle. As much as I do like the size of this tiny head, I think the helmet looks a lot better. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that this is a big improvement on what Joytoy were doing before? Do you like the size? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. For more content, subscribe. Oh, and check my affiliates for money off vouchers and Joytoy products and all that. And I'll scale you later.